Hi, Tina Lorenz here. Thanks for joining me for my Take Action Challenge. It's only 5 days long and I'm going to keep it very simple for you. And our topic is going to be how to ethically swipe and write headlines fast. The reason I started with headlines for the first challenge is because that's an area that often causes people confusion or sometimes frustration and just feeling like you're not quite sure how to go about it. And so I want to teach you what swiping is, how you do it ethically and not plagiarize, and how you turn an existing headline into something of your own. Now, one of the things about swiping is that we take a general idea, a flow, kind of the pacing of the headline, the idea of the headline, and we fill it in with our own words and our own topic, even a completely different niche or niche, however you say it, a kind of market for your headline. So I'm going to show you how to do that. And the way we're going to do that is by going to one of my favorite websites for looking for headline ideas, and that's magazines.com. At magazines.com, we have every kind of magazine, practically anyone you can think of. And it's a site just to sell magazines, but we're not buying anything. We're just going to look at the covers. You'll have the current month's covers of a vast array of magazines, as well as 4 or 5 months back of the covers. So there's lots and lots of things to look at to get ideas. Now, the way the challenge is going to work is that each day, we're going to keep it real simple. Each day, we're going to go to magazines.com. I'll do a short video for you. I'll show you some covers. I'll give you an idea of how I would change a headline on it for a particular niche market of the day. For the first 4 days, I'm going to assign you the niche that I want you to write your headline for. We'll pretend like you're working in that niche, or you have a product for it, or maybe you have a client that is in that niche. And we'll write 1 or 2 headlines based on a cover that you find in magazines.com and swiping. One of the reasons we're using magazines.com, aside from the fact that it's readily available online and it's free, is that magazines are very competitive and they test, and they're not putting anything on their covers that hasn't been proven to work, kind of proven formulas. And so I'm going to talk to you about what some of those formulas look like and why it's a good place to swipe a headline, because you know it's already working. Sometimes people kind of rummage around on the internet looking for something to swipe, and they don't even know if the thing that they're looking at actually was effective and successful. You don't want to swipe from things that don't work, right? Because then you're going to have something that doesn't work. So that's another key. And one way, there's many ways to find the things that work, but one way is simply to look in a resource where you know there's heavy testing going on for those headlines, and that's magazines.com. Now, each day, we're going to keep this very simple. We're going to look at a magazine, you're going to pick out a cover, you're going to choose a headline, and you're going to write 1 or 2 headlines, new ones, based on that headline you're swiping from. Very simple, and then I'll tell you each day what that niche market is. Now, the other thing is, I'm keeping this, it may look very repetitious, and it is, and there's a reason for that. It's actually intentional, because the more you just practice being able to do this and write yourself some new headlines, it's going to become second nature. This is how you get good fast, as I like to say, with writing copy. So you stay 3 steps ahead of what you need to be able to do. So whether you want to become a copywriter, which is an awesome way to have a work-at-home job, or you want to write your own copy, or you're blogging, or you're writing for other clients already, this is very important. All the aspects of copywriting are so important because it's really the foundation for everything you do online. Even if you're a blogger, what kind of words are you using? What keywords are you using that people are looking for? That's a whole other topic, but it kind of zeroes in on what's your headline going to be for that blog post and why. So no matter what you're writing for, scripts, emails, subject lines, sales letters, all of the things that we can be writing in elements of copy, writing your headline is very important. The other thing I want you to keep in mind as we practice these headlines is these can be used for subheads to break up the copy in your sales letters. They can be used for subject lines to get your emails open. There's a lot of different ways you'll be able to use this technique of swiping headlines. So I recommend that when you write them, keep them. Write them in a Word document or something that you will keep, and start to make a file of the things that you're writing so that you have ideas to draw on in the future, as well as potentially even samples that you could be putting on your website if you're just getting started as a copywriter. So that's what we're going to do. I'm so glad you've joined me. It's only 5 days, and I hope that you'll make it all the way to day 5, because on day 5, I'm going to reveal the ending here. On day 5, you're going to choose the niche that you want to write for. So whether it's one you're already in or one that you're interested in exploring, on day 5, you get to choose the niche that you're going to write your headline for. Days 1 through 4, I'm going to assign you one, and we're going to start with that right now. So let's get started.